Hello everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Here on a very wet and cold early March day in the Woodhouse area of Leeds. I'm just starting a little project today that I've been thinking about for quite some time. Leeds has a smallish number, I think about 5 old squares, you know, like the ones you get in London. Either Victorian or Georgian. You'll have to forgive me with the brolly, because it's, as you can see, absolutely pouring down. But I'm heading out today on a little stroll around town to see if I can find a couple of these old squares. As I said, there's about 5 in total, and I don't think I've got all done today. Maybe get a couple done and then come back when the weather's a little bit nicer and there's less challenging umbrella conditions. I've started on Woodhouse Lane, not far from Leeds University, and the first one's just a few 100 yards away. I can't remember what it's called until we get to it. But it's there. Looks like it has some recreation facilities, goalposts. I think this one is obviously had gates. It's going to be a clue. Obviously had gates. I think this one's Blenheim Square. This one has the Victorian houses. I can hear a woodpecker. And obviously there would have been for the affluent. These stones are very, very slippy. The reason I came this way was also to see this. It's on the route of 2 of these squares. But to see this church, it's I don't know the details of it. It's called All Souls. I'll try and find out when it was built and put that up on the screen. But this would have been a lovely place to live, I'm sure, when it was first built. Challenging umbrella conditions, that's not something I ever thought I'd hear myself saying. But yeah, gates on pedestrian gates and fabulous church. Oh, that's nice. The lady's just told me that the church is open, so that's a real bonus. Fabulous church though. Cracking door. I'll go in then. Does seem quite welcoming, so before I go in I'll just go to the end there and get a shot of the many years ago when I was about 15 I wanted to make a video of every and as we always find on our travels, the monument to the dead of sometimes both world wars, but other times just one world war. It's a little bit, it looks like a little bit like another church I actually used to go to, called St Saviour's, which had schools and a place for nuns, all built on to the side of the church, and this looks the same. It looks like it was a very influential place in its day. And the other square, Queen Anne's Square, that we're going to is over there somewhere in that massive modern buildings, but I'll take the opportunity. Always happy to visit an old church. Opened on the 29th of January 1880. I didn't bother visiting the church. In the end, it sounded like it was full of people, and I think I'm probably later in life deciding to become a YouTuber. I think I may well be in the wrong profession, and anybody who knows me, I don't know, it depends how well you know me, but I am incredibly shy in certain circumstances. I'm walking into a church full of people who have just finished their Sunday prayers or whatever, and that's not something I do anymore. I find quite difficult. Plus I'm a bit pressed for time, and I really did want to tick off two of these squares today, so maybe another time. See, it looks private, does this? And I'm sure it would have been, without even checking, I'm sure it would have been a school and nuns and clergy, all that kind of thing. The heart of the community, what the church used to be. Maybe still is. Anyhow, don't really know this. Kind of know this part of town. Need to cross a motorway, go through a council estate, cross a motorway, and back to where I started. I hope I have enough time. Definitely wouldn't have had if I'd have gone into the church. Wow. No idea what that building is. It's fabulous. Student accommodations, I think. The new buildings are everywhere. I'm scared, it says on the wall. This seems to be the way. Okay, more student accommodations there, I think. Is it? I think so. Tell me in the comments, as always. So we turned in just up there at the next set of lights, and big multi-storey. So we were just We were just over there through the trees. But as you can see, that would have been fine living there, I think. Walking distance to your work, bus distance to your factory or whatever. The inner ring road that we drove through the other week. So there's one more of these here. So there's one of these squares here, Queen Square Court. The back of it, they've built some new properties, and that's the back of it. There's the town hall down there, which is where the next one will start. There's Park Square, and then another two out of town ones like the one we've just left up this morning. This is Queen Square. I've got a feeling this might be a Georgian square, possibly. Alright, I'm thinking one side of it was demolished. Or did it just have three sides? But it's lovely, is this? Leeds Oddfellows. That's the right step. Well, they're the same as Masons. So as I say, it was a very rich city in its day with the wool and all the industry, and these would have been grand residences. Sorry if this has been a bit rushed, everyone, but I'm actually on my lunch break, so there's only so much you can do in an hour. And all the YouTubers I watch, they're like, oh yeah, do the best you can, make the best videos you can, blah blah blah. They've got California, haven't they? Los Angeles, Australia. You're not trudging on Leeds in, would you? Rain and sleet, are they? They're not. Seeing how to get into this there's an actual plaque over there. Might not have time, but great place to live though. And I never really understood in Leeds why only in the outer districts they just got all turned into bedsits. Maybe there was never the demand, but I imagine there would be the demand now to live in a place like this. Who knows? Oh, sensory garden. That's my thing. I've always wanted to make a sensory garden. I'll have a read of that myself when I'm checking the video back. What a day. What a day. So that's just about it, guys, for today. I say I'm hoping to come back into Leeds again this week and check out the other I think they call this jaywalking in America, don't they? I think you get fines for it. Just about to wrap things up, but there's a mural on the side of Leeds Beckon University that I wanted to show you. There's a rugby player here in the north of England who's currently suffering with motor neuron disease, a terrible illness, and he's done a lot for charity, and he's knee moaning about walking about in the rain, and I think he did the Leeds half marathon last year, so seems like an appropriate place to end. If you want to contribute to his charity, I'll see if I can find the link and put it in the description below. But for now, I'll say cheerio and thanks for watching.